चलत मुसाफिर मोलिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया, चलत मुसाफिर मोलिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया। उड़ उड़ बैठी, उड़ उड़ बैठी, उड़ 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 बैठी मूलधारा दवड़िया माजी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी मूलधारा दवड़िया।
फिर से उड़ उड़ बैठी मूलधारा दवड़िया माजी। गणेश के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया,
सब रंग ले
सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली,
ओंकार के सब रस ले लिया रे
पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
साथी सन्मुख के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
सन्मुख के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
क्या कहे शुद्धि के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
जाति के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
हो चलत मुसाफिर मोलिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
चलत मुसाफिर मोलिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
कहाँ पे उड़ उड़ बैठी देखो, उड़ 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 बैठी स्वादिष्ट दवड़िया माजी।
उड़ उड़ बैठी दवड़िया
माजी, उड़ उड़ बैठी स्वादिष्ट दवड़िया माजी। अली के सब रस ले लिया रे
वाली मुनिया। अली के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
क्या कहे वेदों के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
वेदों के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
साथी संगीत के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
संगीत के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
अरे भाई कला के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
कला के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
ओ चलत मुसाफिर मोलिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
मोलिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
उड़ 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 बैठी, उड़ उड़ बैठी, उड़ उड़ बैठी नाभि के दवड़िया माजी।
उड़ उड़ बैठी नाभि के दवड़िया माजी।
उड़ उड़ बैठी नाभि के दवड़िया माजी।
उड़ उड़ बैठी दवड़िया माजी।
लक्ष्मी के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
लक्ष्मी के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
क्या कहे हरि के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
हरि के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े वाली मुनिया।
अल्लाह धर्म के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजड़े उड़ बैठी भवसागर दवड़िया माझी, उड़ उड़
बैठी भवसागर दवड़िया माझी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी भवसागर दवड़िया माझी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी भवसागर दवड़िया माझी।
गुरु के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली,
गुरु के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली,
दादी नानक के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली,
नानक के सब
रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली,
जगह साई के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
साई के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया।
उड़ 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 बैठी हृदय के दवड़िया माझी,
बैठी हृदय के
बढ़िया
फिर से उड़ उड़ बैठी हृदय के दवड़िया,
उड़ बैठी हृदय के दवड़िया माझी,
दुर्गा के सब रस ले दिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
दुर्गा के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
काली के सब रस दे दिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
काली के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया।
साथी राम के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
राम के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
जागे जाति के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
जाति के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
करुणा के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली
देखो तो शंभू के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली,
सुनो तो आनंद के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
आनंद के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
जलद मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया, मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाली उड़ के बैठी उड़ 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 बैठी उड़ के बैठी उड़ उड़ बैठी विशुद्धि दवड़िया माझी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी विशुद्धि दवड़िया माझी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी विशुद्धि दवड़िया माझी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी विशुद्धि दवड़िया माझी।
केशव के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
केशव के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया।
जादू के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया।
देखो भाई मुरली के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया, रास के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया, चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाले मुनिया, उड़ के बैठी कहाँ पे उड़ उड़ बैठी देखो, उड़ 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 बैठी, उड़ 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 बैठी आज्ञा के दवड़िया माजी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी आज्ञा के दवड़िया माजी,
उड़ 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 बैठी आज्ञा के दवड़िया माजी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी आज्ञा के दवड़िया माजी।
यीशु के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
यीशु के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली।
सवाल है मरियम के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
पिंजरे वाली।
देखो तो महावीर के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया,
ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली।
क्या कहे जीना के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली।
चलते मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया, हट, 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 हट। उड़ उड़ बैठी, उड़ के बैठी, उड़ 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 बैठी, फिर से बैठी, उड़ 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 बैठी, उड़ 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 बैठी सहस्त्रार दवड़िया माजी,
सहस्त्रार दवड़िया माजी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी सहस्त्रार दवड़िया माजी,
उड़ उड़ बैठी सहस्त्रार दवड़िया माजी।
देवी के सब रस ले लिया रे
पिंजरे वाली दुनिया, देवी के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली दुनिया।
श्री के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया, माता के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया, क्या कहे मोक्ष के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया, संगम के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली, निर्मल के सब रस ले लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनि, चलत मुसाफिर मोह लिया रे पिंजरे वाली मुनिया,
स्वागतम् 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 स्वागत आगत स्वागतम् हम सब करते स्वागतम् स्वागत आगत स्वागतम् हम सब करते स्वागतम् आज हमारे बीच पधारे श्री माता जी आप ही तारे झूम झूम के करते हैं गान झूम झूम के करते हैं गान स्वागत आगत स्वागतम् पूज्यवर माता जी के दर्शन पाकर करते हैं स्वागत दिल से गाकर प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं हम प्रेम फूलों की माला पहनाते हैं हम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम् निर्मल माँ से विनती हमारी जीवन सुख से कर दे भारी आनंद प्रेम शांति सदा ही रहे आनंद प्रेम शांति सदा ही रहे स्वागत आगत स्वागतम् हम सब करते स्वागतम् आज हमारे बीच पधारे श्री माता जी आप ही तारे झूम झूम के करते हैं गान झूम झूम के करते हैं गान स्वागत आगत स्वागतम् स्वागत आगत स्वागतम्
Jai Shri Mataji, and a warm welcome to all the Sahajogi brothers and sisters gathered tonight for the online meditation. We can all raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in a bandhan. Let's put our hands on our heart. Can keep our eyes closed and try and bring the attention within. Can keep our attention on the heart and the Sahasrara, where the Brahmarandra is. And over here, we can just surrender ourselves to Shri Mataji with complete sincerity and humility, Let's just surrender our ego and conditionings. Mother, please come into my heart. Please cleanse my heart. Please open my heart so that the whole world can be in my heart, and that your love, your compassion, your kindness goes to every part of the world and all the Sajogis. I just want to feel your presence in my heart. Just want to feel you in my heart. Let's just feel in our heart Mataji's presence and know that she's there at all the times with her complete attention on us. And we need to have our attention on her completely without any barriers. So let's surrender this ego, these conditionings, any aggression, anything at all that's stopping us from letting Shrimataji be completely in our hearts. You can bring the hand back on the lap and move our attention to the Muladhara chakra so we can still continue to be with Shrimataji, but our attention can be placed on the Muladhara chakra. Mother, please awaken the qualities of Lord Ganesha in us, and with his help, may we be completely cleansed, purified. So that we can rise and go into a deep meditative state. With our attention on Muladhara chakra and on Lord Ganesha, let's have a very humble request that Lord Ganesha, please make me innocent, pure, chaste, and filled with your wisdom, and cleanse me so that I can be a strong instrument for our Divine Mother. Over here, we can say the Ganesh mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's now move our attention to our Kundalini. O Divine Mother, pray that we pray very humbly that you can rise within us. You can rise and take us to the lotus feet of Shri Adi Shakti and to cleanse us at every chakra. Can say the mantra to Shri Gauri Kundalini, Shri Gauri Kundalini Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gauri Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Can bring our attention to the Vishuddhi chakra. Over here, let's put attention collectively over what's happening in the world, but in a detached manner, with the Kundalini, with the light of the Spirit. And in that detachment, let's very humbly seek the help of the deity of this chakra to help us be in a witness state. As the mind gets into a lot of conflict with what's happening, let's pray to have a complete detached view and in a witness state, see what's happening. So, with all our collective attention on the Vishuddhi chakra, let's just desire complete witness state, a pure witness state, which goes beyond any bias or conditionings or ego or any mental knowledge and understanding of the situation as we see it, but to have a complete detachment as well as be in a witness state. So over here we can say the mantra Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat. Om Tvami Vasakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And then we can raise our attention to the Agya Chakra. Again, we can try and collectively have a complete surrender towards our Divine Mother, surrendering this ego, not just individually, but also collectively. Just surrender the ego and the conditionings, and to be in complete thoughtless awareness and forgiveness. So over here we can pray to Shmataji, Mother, please help me to be very forgiving and humble within myself and also in the collective, to not be reactive, to not be aggressive, but to just have this complete love and forgiveness for all our Sahajogi brothers and sisters. For they're all better than me. I'm at the lowest ebb, and I have a long way to go, Mother. Just help me to remain humble and forgiving. Over here, let's say, with that complete sincerity and feeling the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Let's just forgive everybody and ourselves, and not allow ourselves to fall into guilt or any reactions. Just let go of the thoughts. As you bring your attention to the Sahasrara, just try and let go of the thoughts. You can even say silently, I'm not this thought, not this, not this. Over here, we can say the mantra for thoughtless awareness Shri Nirvichara Sakshat 3 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha Om Tvami Vasakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Tvami Vasakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please open our Sahasrara. Help us to be completely integrated with each other and dissolve any differences, disagreement amongst our yogis, so that we can all rise collectively in a thoughtful awareness state, in a thoughtless awareness state. Please help us to rise above our conditionings, our egos, and just be your children at the Sahasrara. Let's maintain this meditative state as we listen to this talk of Shmataji.
You have come to a place which we call as Brahmapuri here, called perhaps maybe because here Sri Ramadasa, the Guru of Shivaji Maharaj, in these deep waters found the statue of Sri Rama, Sita, Lakshmana and Hanumana together. Then they were carried from here and put in a temple called Chaphal, the place where I saw that also. And there we have Hanumanas. किती केले त्यांनी 18 की 11? 11. 11 Hanumanas came out of the Mother Earth to say that he was the incarnation of Hanumana. Also at Chapar there was a Hanuman like that. And then people wanted to build a temple. A very rich man from Bombay, Mafatlal and company. They wanted to turn the face of Hanumana according to the architect's idea. So they went on digging, went about, they say so 1,000 feet. I don't know, it must be a big effort. But they could not find the end of that stone. It was just going on and on and on, and they didn't understand how it is so long as that, and it has just exactly the size of the statue of Sri Hanumana has come out. So the story is like this here about the incarnations and the different Swambhus where they say that they were created by themselves. It's mostly about Ganeshas also is like this. That there's a Bhakta who gets his realization. The one who asks for God's grace gets his realization. Like in Vani also, as you have been there, I told you the story, how he was cursed to die, this little boy. Because Mahadeva said that I'll give you a son, but he will have to die at the age of 8 years. As a result of that, they were all very much worried when he became of that age. I think it was 15 years or something. Mahadeva was generous, I must say. And because he was so precious that he said it's better not to leave him on this earth because he'll be tortured by people. All saints are always tortured and troubled because they think they are mad or something like that. But at that age he was reaching, everybody was so much worried. So much worried, राहू दे आता सध्या बोलता नको त्यांचं सगळ्यांचं लक्ष इकडे होतं. They were all so much worried about him that he could see that worry writ large on their faces. The parents especially asked, what's the problem? So they told him that this is the problem, that your life is very short. He said, all right, above Mahadeva or above any other gods is the Adishakti. So I am going to do the bhakti of Adishakti. And he did the bhakti of Adishakti and she appeared before him. This is the story everywhere, that they appeared before them. Then he said that you should stay here forever. So she formed herself into a stone structure and she stationed herself there. Like that, all these Swayambhus have come out. Also we have some miraculous things about Christ and his mother, that they found a statue of Mother Mary and Christ in one of the shores of Bombay city and called as Worli. The fishermen found it in their net. Like Ramadasa, when he jumped inside this, he found it in the river in the same way. So these people, all of them, they decided that let us take this murti and do something about it. So they all went to a priest, a Christian priest. He said, first you must get converted. That was the first condition. They agreed. Simple people. And then I'll build a temple out of it. Now that temple is there and you'll be surprised. The statue is made in Italy. The face is all Italian. Christ is also Italian. So beautifully made. And that place is, for Hindus, there's one thing great about them is that they do not have this bondage of a formal or organized religion. So to them that's a temple in any case. That's Mother Mary's temple, so what? That's Mother's temple. Even once upon a time, the Europeans were that simple, I must say. Because when Vasco da Gama came to Goa, he went and saw Shanta Durga's temple, went back and told his king that they are all Christians. He said, how? Because they worshipped the mother. That time there was no Protestant religion. So he said they worship the mother, so they are Christians and they are not Muslims. He said, all right, if they are Christians, it's all right, don't trouble them. So this was the situation in every case when people understood each other. But this so-called Hindu religion doesn't exist. It is a faith in God where people believe that they incarnated, they lived here and that they were Indians, and at the most we can say that this Hindu word has come from Alexander. When he crossed India, he couldn't say Sindhu for the river Indus. Even English called it Indus. English also couldn't pronounce our names properly, so they changed our names quite a lot. Like Bombay is Mumbai. But I was surprised, the Portuguese call it Mumbai. They don't call it Bombay. It's very surprising. They call it Mumbai. So English changed most of the name the way they liked it. And that's why the name are different. But actually, the people over here thought that Hindu word has come to us from long time back, and it was a mistake because Alexander only made a mistake calling Sindhu and then English calling it Indus as Hindu. So that's how they call it Hindustan. You see, the Persians who came here or the Mughals who came here, they call it Hindustan. Like that. You see, but the Sthana word itself is Sanskrit. But the name of this country was Bharat, according to the Vedas. That was the name of this one. Or earlier than was called Aryavrat, means Aryans, the country of Aryans. So the names have been changing till it reached a stage where it was called as Hindustan, and that's why Shivaji also called his kingdom as Hindu Patapadashai, means where the Hindu is the principle of this country, Maharashtra. But he was a realized soul, so he respected every religion, he respected even Christians, he respected very much, and he respected also Muslims and Muslim women, but he did not like the way Muslims were ruling us. So he fought them, and now it has taken a shape where people think that Shivaji is in their pockets and they can use him the way they like, and that's how they have started this new type of a cult, I should say, which is called as Hinduism. So in this cult, what has happened, the Brahmins have taken over and they teach people just like any other religion, as you have got Catholicism, or you can say as you have got Muslims and other people. These priests have taken over and they have made people indulge into all kinds of ritualism which has nothing to do with God, as it is in everywhere. So, like in Christian religion, I was surprised that people thought that Christ has allowed people to drink wine and alcohol. Actually, Moses has strongly opposed it. And then why should he say that you can have alcohol or wine? The reason was that he went to a wedding and where he had to supply some wine to people. Actually, in those days, there was no alcohol available at all. People never thought of alcohol. It started much later in a way that they had some sort of a, I don't know what you call in English language, kusambi, some sort of a rotten stuff, which was thrown at his face when he asked for water when he was crucified. And that's what is alcohol. So he denied it. It's a proof of it, that he denied it. It was just to insult him because he was against the alcohol, a kind of a rotten, not vinegar, it was a rotten fruit juice. Must be alcohol. It's a very rotten fruit juice they threw at him. But the first thing is that one must know that he converted water into wine, means in Marathi language is called as draksharas. Means I have read in Bible in Marathi language, which was translated originally from Hebrew, not through English and then French and then Marathi, but directly it was translated by a very well-known literate lady called as very enlightened one is Ramabai, and she translated it and she has given the right names to everything. Like we do not say John, we say Johann, Marathi. So many words are like that, which are exactly the same found in the Hebrew Bible. So now this one was that she says that it was draksharas. And actually the thing is that at that time everybody was drinking this draksharas, meaning the grape juice, and there was less grape juice, so he converted water into grape juice. It's very easy, I can do it also, I have done it already. So he did it, and that grape juice was taken by people. But to make it a funny stuff, they say that it was alcohol. Now you must know the alcohol only can be created only if it is made to rot and rot and rot for days together. Otherwise you cannot make an alcohol. It's a simple fact. So how could he have made alcohol in 1 second? He cannot. But nobody wants to listen to this argument. They think, no, alcohol was given by Christ to everyone to drink and get drunk and die. and create pops. So as you see, everybody has used their great faiths and great incarnations for their own convenience, for their own weaknesses. In the same way, it's in Hindu religion also has happened. And people are very much exploited. Even if there's a lady gets into a position, she starts saying, I am a goddess. When a maid servant, imagine becoming a goddess. I mean, after all, there's certain strength needed for a goddess, isn't it? The one who is just washing utensils morning till evening, how can she become a goddess? But people do believe that she's a goddess because she says so. And people are so simple and so dedicated that they believe. Now yesterday, I was really touched the way they were sitting for all this time. For about 2 hours they sat back. I don't think it's possible in any of your Western countries that I go after 2 hours and people are still sitting, not complaining, just waiting to hear me. That's not possible. We are so bound by time in the West that if you are late even by 5 minutes, they think they have a right to throw all the tea on your face. I mean, to them, time is so important. For us, it doesn't exist. If we have to go with the time, we cannot do Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga works spontaneously as a living process at the time it wants to work. And when I told them that I had to come late because the time had to come for your realization, they are very much reconciled to it, they understand this. So for them, it's very easy to understand that if mother is late, she has to be late. We cannot dominate her and we cannot ask her. But this kind of surrendering is only possible when you have that kind of a background, where for God, everything has to be surrendered. All your ideas, all your punctualities, all your compulsions. And thus, you see, the surrendering becomes very easy. Like I went to a place for little massaging and resting in Coimbatore. And when I was coming, I said, I would like to give some present to this hospital. So the lady was massaging me. She said, no, not to the hospital, because they will all take it home. You see, they'll steal it. I said, then where should I give? She said, give it to the temple. I said, giving to the temple, they'll take it from there. No, they are afraid of God. They'll not take it from the temple. So this is something so great, in a place like Coimbatore where people are so materialistic that no, God's temple is God's temple. You cannot steal things from there because it will have punishment, which is true also. But but to believe in it and to think that way is ingrained. So this is the beauty of an Indian. He's so innocent and simple, and as I have told you, the Britishers ruled us, and now these horrible so-called politicians are going to rule us and have been ruling us. The whole system is so wretched. I don't know how we are going to change it unless and until we jump into politics. I cannot see any silver lining because they have no sense of humanity, no sense of humanity, no sensitivity left to that. Like I would say, as in the West I find, because they listen to this pop music, their limbic area is become so dull that they cannot like any music which is soft. In the same way, in India, these politicians have become so dumbfounded that they are not at all sensitive to humanity or to human sufferings. On the contrary, they use it for their own purpose. So this is a very big problem of this country, the poverty part. But Sahaja Yoga can solve the problem very well and slowly. But I think it is inevitable that we have to think of joining this wretched politics, so-called, to put it right. As we have improved the people who have been so much negative, I am sure this will also help us in this country and all over. Everywhere this is the case, not only in India. It's a different style, but everywhere this is the case, is that they all take you for a ride. All right. Now today I am telling you this because Ramadasa was the guru of Shivaji. And he was the man who was very detached. He was Hanumana himself. And once he came to Shivaji's place, and Shivaji was so fed up with his people and with the whole administration and the way things were, he had made a chit saying that, "Oh my Guru, I give you all my property, all my lands, all my kingdom, everything at your feet, and you better look after it." And he put that chit in the, we have that jholis in the cloth sort of a thing. So he stood in the door and read it, and he said, "What? You've given me everything." He said, "I'm a sannyasi and I don't know administration. But you can do everything the same way as you have been doing, but be detached about it. And to show that you are detached, you must use a waist under dhoti stuff, we call it. In a triangular manner it is made. You see that thing with the saffron color showing that you are detached and you are a sannyasi. And that's how this flag came into being. So the entry of the politics has been in this country, entry into politics by sakshatkari people or by incarnation has been there. Most of the incarnations have been kings. Like we have got Buddha, he was a king. Mahavira was a prince, both were prince. Then we have got Rama, who was a king. Then we have got Sri Krishna, became a king. So the Aishwarya, the kingness has to be there. Has to be a royal family. Has to be, incarnation should be from a royal family. In India, that is the concept. But for Christ, we can say that he took birth in a very humble, simple way, because he was Sri Ganesha. And Sri Ganesha was born in the same manner as Christ was born. So his style was very different, because he was Sri Ganesha, he was holiness, he was auspiciousness, but he was Chaitanya. And Chaitanya can be born anywhere. But an incarnation who is otherwise in the Madhyamarga, in the central path, has to be on the Mahalakshmi line, has to be. But he is not in the Madhyamarga. He is Sri Ganesha, born at Agya Chakra. So he need not have been, but he lived like a king. He is king of kings. So that sort of a thing he was. Above every other king, he was the king of kings. So that's how we have the people who have been doing something for the country, for their own generation, talking about it. In the same way, we had very great saints also, from Confucius, and also you have seen Moses, Abraham, how they tried to remove poverty and the slavery from people and to bring them to a free country. They worked very hard. So a Sahajogi is not a person who is just sort of lives without any connection with the society, with the politics, with all that is happening. He has to be seeing all those things that are happening. He must read newspaper, if not in the morning, in the evening time. Means he must know what's happening. He must put his attention to all these things. Only putting attention to things, it works out. I have done that all the time. Even Hitler lost his success because of that attention. So one has to know that you have an attention that can work, that can really create what you want. But you must keep your attention alert, not only limited to yourself, not only up to, say, India tour, or we can say up to bhajans, but must go beyond and put your attention everywhere, what's happening. Supposing you go to any other country, try to find out what's happening in this country, in that country, what's happening. Because now you are international people and you have to bother about everything that's happening in this world, because we have to change everything, we have to transform everything. It's a hazardous task, but I've done the biggest job is to create the roots for you, that you have become now the sprouted people, or we can say the elevated people, the special selected people. And now you cannot live like other ordinary stupid people. You have to be alert, you have to understand your responsibility. And every Sahajogi in this tour has to take a vow that I have to be responsible for Sahaja. Something is also with marriages I have seen, that people once they get married, they get lost. Something so stupid it is, very, very stupid. You are specially selected people and you have to work for Sahaja Yoga and you have to work for what you have got it. And those who do not take the responsibility of Sahaja Yoga are really lacking in self-respect and understanding of Sahaja Yoga. You all have to work wholeheartedly for Sahaja Yoga and be happy about it that you have a chance, that you are fortunate enough that you have a chance to do so much, that you have powers to do it. If as Christ has said, you do not light a lamp under a table. In the same way, I didn't light you under a table. So you all should mature, grow up, and see for yourself what you can do for any place, what improvements you can make, how far you can go. Take a responsibility. Yesterday you will be surprised. A man came up to ask me a question, what should we do to spread Sahaja? Please give us ways and methods by which we can approach Sahaja. It's very surprising. Of course, I am going to give them a big agenda for that, no doubt. I have so many ideas in my head. But you have to also think about what you can do in your own country, how to develop Sahaja Yoga in people, and how to put your attention to different problems that are in and to solve the problems. Because as I am a desireless person, it doesn't work. You have to desire for something that you want and genuinely desire for the genuine good of the people, for the hita of the people, and not for your personal thing. So you have to get out of your personal idea, your personal views, and your personal chakras. This is wrong with my chakra, that is wrong with another chakra. Doesn't matter. Once you make this body run for Sahaja Yoga, everything gets solved. What's the use of curing or helping somebody's chakra when he's no good for Sahaja Yoga? Divine doesn't help such useless people. Divine has common sense. So this is what is very important for all of us, to take the responsibility of Sahaja Yoga in your own country and to pay attention to all countries wherever there is a problem. I'm doing this very much, and you can see that those people who boast so much and who are so dishonest and who are trying to be very dominating suddenly go down, like Idi Amin. Then you've got this Marcos, so many people. But you also should pay attention. I read about 8 newspapers every day, and I see to it that I pay attention to all the proper places where it is needed. I wish I could be just like without any problems before me. But my incarnation is so many-folded that I have not only to give you realization, but also to give you responsibility that you have to do the job of transforming this world into a new world. And they asked me a question, Mother, do you think this will work out, that the golden age is coming? I said, I'm sure. In my lifetime, it has to work. But I cannot do it single-handed. It will fizzle out. You all have to help me. You have to work it out. Then only I can do it. So to think that Mother is going to do everything is wrong. I am going to work through you. If I could have done it, I would not have asked you to get your realization. So you are the channels and you have to work out the whole system yourself. First of all, one has to know that it is our responsibility. As soon as you do that, all your badhas, all your problems will go away. So take out your attention from yourself and don't put it on other Sahaja Yogis, but put it on the wider, say, what we can do. Secondly, also, I have seen many people who are kind to non-Sahaja Yogis and unkind to Sahaja Yogis. It's something surprising. These are your brothers and sisters, and others have no relationship with you. This must be understood. Regarding certain problems, like some funny people enter into Sahaja Yoga, prosper, become leaders and thrown out because they cannot give up their funny ideas. They are very limited and very small-minded attention. They cannot get out of it. So don't worry about such people. Thank God they have gone out, because they would have kept you in a little pot, and you would have been melting in that pot. So this is best is not to worry about such people. Thank God they are out, so that one more stupid bondage has gone. So don't think about those people who have gone wrong. But you should only take it as a kind of a warning that you should not become one of them. पानी दे दो पहले. Now I'll speak to the people who understand Marathi language.
Let's continue to keep our attention in the Sasrara. You can watch yourselves, don't fight any thoughts, but just watch them and gently push them away. If the thoughts get too much, you can silently say to yourself, I'm not this thought, not this, not this. And continue to keep our attention on the Sahasrara. Can watch ourselves, watch the thoughts, and silently within ourselves we can say, I'm not this thought, not this, not this. Just continue to s- surrender these thoughts. Keep your attention above the Sahasrara. On Srimataji with that complete humility and oneness. Mother, please help us to just completely immerse in the silence which is emitting from you and to experience complete thoughtless awareness. We can now say the three Mahamantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gargi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Can thank Shrimataji from our hearts. Thank you, Shrimataji, for bringing us together and enabling us to meditate together. Please continue to have your attention on us and our attention always be at your lotus feet, on our spirit. And we pray that, Mother, you help us rise above anything that's troubling us and to have this attention just flowing with your attention within and all over the world. Jai Shri Mataji. Can raise our Kundalini, put ourselves in a bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Good night. Thank you.